and I guess relief at getting a point, but a frustrating afternoon.
Yeah, there's no relief. There's nothing like that. It was a very poor performance, and snatching a point here is just, for a club of our stature, no disrespect to Welling, is very disappointing. I think a few of the lads, including myself, we've let the management down, we've let the fans down, and most importantly, we're letting ourselves down at the minute. Very disappointing result off the back of a good result for us last night. We've got to, we're stumbling along at the minute, and we've got to pick our performance up individually and as a whole, as a team. So yeah, very poor.
But as a group of players, you're not going out trying to have poor performances. So in what way do you think you're letting people down?
Just with the performance in general, I think it's a different side. You can tell yourselves it's a completely different side to, what we've had for 3/4 of the season. You work so hard to get to this period in the campaign, and this is what it's all about. The last 10 games, that's what it's all about. No prizes are made early on in the season, and there's no pressure on us performing like we were, but there's pressure on us now, and it's time to stand up and be counted.
Is it mental or physical, do you think?
It's all mental. Physically, the players, I've never seen a player run so much his legs fall off or he falls over, or etc. It's all mental. It's mental ability and mental toughness, and we've got to grind it out, and we've got to, it does come within. The management can do so much, which they do. They pass on all their experience to us. As soon as you have that white line, it's about the individual. And today, it was very poor. I'm lost for words really about the performance.
And when you talk about mental toughness, what form on the pitch does that mental toughness take?
Mental toughness takes a character that wants to go beyond the call of duty, wants to win all his headers, prepared to get a cut eye, prepared to take one in the face with an elbow, die for the cause in front of goal. We're going to put our head where it hurts and score that goal. I don't see any of that. It was probably on one hand saying that with the tackles you've seen, there was no fight in us today. It was, and there hasn't been for a couple of weeks, and it's very disappointing to see, especially being that sort of player myself, and it's quite disheartening. Like I said to you previous, I've been in a situation and I've been on the losing end of not winning the title and losing out in the playoffs. I don't want it to happen again. Sure, the players don't even inside the dressing room, but it's hard to see where our next performance is coming from at the minute.
Do you feel extra sense of responsibility as captain?
Yeah, I think you do as a leader. Like Downsley still does. I think it must be frustrating for him, and what a leader he's been, even though he's not playing, and how much it just shows you in games like today how much we miss him. Pellies and Moulds come back into the fray today, but Downsley's been he's been a figure for us all season, and we miss him immensely. Just to drive us on, and just to look a threat from set pieces. We don't look a threat from set pieces anymore. But on a whole, it's another point on the board, and we've got to move on. And massive week for us.
Carl, thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks.
Carl, do you think you're playing maybe with a bit of pressure because of that the situation? You just need to get back to maybe enjoying playing football again.
You've got to. I think obviously all the lads watched the game last night, and don't know whether they think the job's done as soon as they lose a game, etc. Listen, the title's not decided now, but it's a massive step towards it, and putting 3 points on the board instead of ticking over with draws and the odd defeat is not good enough. Sooner or later, someone's going to tell whether it's a string of defeats or string of bad performances or draws, and let's hope that's not us. Like you say, we've got to go out and play with no pressure, but like I said to you, that comes within the individual. They've got to go out and enjoy their football and not be scared to get on the ball or not be scared to make a mistake. I thought we were fortunate to get the point in the end today, so thank God for Dan Ullman. He's finished at the end.
Is it going to be the side that deals with the next 9 games best mentally that's going to come out on top?
I think so, yeah, definitely. If you can't have a little bit of swagger or arrogance when you're top of the league, when can you have it? I've always played in struggling sides, if you like, before I joined Kidderminster, and it's been well organised and to make the least mistakes. But when I joined here, it looked at the squad we had, and we've shown swagger all season and that arrogance. We've had a few words this week, but you can do what you're talking behind the scenes, but you've got to do your talking on the pitch, and that's what we're not doing at the minute.
you and Downsy had a little word in the centre circle just before the second half. Was that a case of, right, the managers had their say, but it's up to us players?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, the gaffer, he's been fantastic for us, and he can pass on all his experience, but he can't control what goes on the pitch. I'm sure he'd like to. So it maybe comes, within the camp, me, Downsy, Pars, obviously all characters in and around the dressing room. So it was just, let's G the boys up. We've got the ability to do it, and we've just got to go out there and show it. But obviously it didn't come to fruition today.
Would you have settled on been happy at the start of the weekend before both games to be another point clearer? Or given what's happened, do you feel it's like a bit of a chance?
It's another point. We've had another point, but it's only one game. I think it's a big chance missed today, if I'm honest with you. But we're still in the driving seat, and we move on to Saturday. With at some point our ability's got to come out, and let's hope it's in front of our home fans, and that's on Saturday against Woking.
Excellent.